Lads and lasses, the hate train has got to be stopped because it is so forced the tracks are wearing out. Now, let me preface, for some reason unbeknownst to me, hating on Call of Duty has become trendy again, especially with Black Ops 7, and I have to say, this is the wrong game to be directing your hate to. I understand that Call of Duty lately has kind of lost its identity and has kind of like disenfranchised its original fan base. But I feel like they're taking steps towards the right direction and we're shunning it. We're not even giving it a chance. Now, let me talk about some of the complaints that people are having. One of the biggest complaints, right, and this is especially regarding zombies, right? I'm gonna talk about like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 overall, but mainly about zombies. Now, the main like kind of crux of hate that people are directing are the fact that the game is not new, the fact that Black Ops 7 is really Black Ops 6.5. And my question to you guys is that a problem? All right, pause and think about it. Pause and think about it. By the way, I'd like you to direct your attention to my HUD. Notice how I start with a pistol. I don't start with a freaking fully loaded machine gun. Notice how I don't have a mini map. Notice how I do not have hit markers, the most disgraceful thing you can have in zombies. If you use hit markers in zombies, you're not a zombies fan. You're not an OG, right? You did not play World at War Zombies, okay? You are not Unk. You're a 6-year-old, ADHD-ridden, Fortnite freaking raised gamer. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, back to the original topic at hand. What is the problem with having Black Ops 6.5? Oh, people might say, "Oh, why are we playing? Why are we paying for a whole new game?" Let's think about it for a moment. Full campaign mode, a full new story starring David Mason and Raul Menendez of all people. Don't talk to me about nostalgia baiting. This is what we've been asking for a long time. This isn't nostalgia baiting. If they were remastering the Black Ops 2 story, I'll say yeah, that's nostalgia baiting. This is a continuation of one of the all-time greatest campaigns in first-person shooter history, let alone gaming history in general. I don't want to hear that stuff about nostalgia baiting, and I don't want to hear that stuff about um Black Ops 6.5. Anyways, a full-on, full-blown new campaign mode, full of cutscenes, story, so on and so forth. Okay, that's $20 by itself. Okay, let's just say that they decided to add this campaign mode in Black Ops 6 as a DLC. We'll say I think that's a $20 DLC. Okay, no way they would live service premium add on this, right? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, next topic, multiplayer. Okay, if you were telling me that they were adding like one, maybe two, maybe three new maps, and they did like a whole live service thing, and I think it's 13 maps in total, right? That's 13 maps, okay? But here's the other thing. It's not just it's not like you could copy and paste the Black Ops 6 engine and then throw on some new maps. That's not what's going on here. Yes, 13 brand new maps, but also new mechanics. Talking about Black Ops 6.5, they also took out stuff like tack sprint and ADS while like sliding and put them in a perk. But then they also added the new mechanics of like they have like a wall jump feature. They have Omni movement, but like enhanced Omni movement, so on and so forth. Those are brand new features, right? And guns, all the guns too. It's not just it's not like they're like porting all of Black Ops 6's guns. It's a whole new time frame. We're going from the 1980s to 2035. That's a whole new set of guns and mechanics and physics and all that stuff that they have to account for. That's like 2 or 3 years worth of work right there. Okay, so let's say all the new multiplayer additions are another $20, right? Okay, that's $40, right? That's almost the price of a new game. Now let's get to the main topic. The only topic I truly care about: zombies. Okay, this should be hyping the community up more than anything. Oh wait, by the way, I forgot to mention co-op campaign. Do you know how hard that is to pull off? A regular campaign alone is already like a monumental task. But co-op campaign, adding into a fact that you're gonna have four extra players who need four different perspectives of the same story while still keeping them immersed. You know what I mean? So that's huge. But anyways, back to the original topic at hand: Call of Duty Zombies. Everything that I've seen excites me, and Black Ops 6. Listen, I was a big hater of every zombies mode that wasn't in either storyline, right? Even the chaos. That's Jason Blunder's biggest mistake. He ruined the Black Ops 4. I feel like he sabotaged the either storyline because his story, his creation, not the creation that he enhanced by Jimmy Zielinski. His creation, Chaos, absolutely failed. Nobody cared about that. And honestly, I think by itself, Chaos is not bad. But the fact that they tried to do two things at once, for the Ether, instead of focusing on a story that we wanted to, you know, tie up nicely, with Black Ops 4, instead of like fully dedicating their focus to that, they insulted us by trying to introduce a whole new story in the middle of like the wrapping up of a story we'd been following for 12 years. Like that ruined the Ether storyline in Black Ops 4. But anyways, anything after that was absolutely abysmal. Cold War, I could not get along with, right? And so for some reason, something about Black Ops 6, something about it enthralled me. Something about it brought me back at least a little bit. It was echoes of the original stuff that I liked. The gameplay, the maps, the gunplay, the zombies, the perks, the Easter eggs. I mean, it had been a long time since I felt fun playing Call of Duty Zombies, and Black Ops 6 did that for me. And if y'all are gonna tell me that Black Ops 7 Zombies is a copy of Black Ops 6 Zombies with new maps, I'm taking it. I'm taking it any day of the week because guess what? They also introduced. They brought back the freaking Primis crew. They brought back the OG crew. Yes, granted, it is a new version of the OP crew. We're gonna call it Tempus, but that's amazing. That alone sold me, dude. On top of that, they have full blown cutscenes for every single map. I mean, I think that Black Ops 6 and 7 were developed side by side, but clearly, Black Ops 7 was the one that they dedicated the most attention and passion towards, right? That's the reason why Black Ops 6 felt a little, unfortunately half-baked. But even still, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I don't like Weaver with his stupid, cheesy voice lines. But the actual story itself and the actual gameplay and the Easter eggs and what it was leading up to was super enthralling. I mean, what Black Ops 6 did for me was like pretty much tease me for like its entire it did a good job of teasing me through its entire cycle and kind of planting the seeds in our heads that potentially we're gonna get a return to form, and that's exactly what they did. Hook, line, and sinker, and they executed it perfectly. Those lines echo across my head every single night. What drives me to wake up in the morning, put my shoes on, and go to work, and continue living on this existence are those four words. Welcome to the party by Primis Richthofen. I am so excited for them to actually fix the mess that they left in Black Ops 4. Bring back our OG crew and finish this story. We need to finish the story. And we gotta do it right. We gotta do it with respect. I'm hyped. Transit. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm being overstimulated by these loud freaking comms. What? How do I not have enough points? God damn, bro. Loud as hell.
Emanated from the obscure Saltilium.
Okay. One bit of grief that I have is the fact that they replaced the original Samantha voice actor from World at War. I'm so disappointed by that. And Weaver, shut the hell up with your stupid ass voice lines. Anyways, my bad. Where was I at? Oh yeah. I'm really excited to finish off the story. I'm really excited to reunite with the OG crew. I'm excited to play in this remaster. Actually, it's not just a remaster; it's an enhancement of Transit. I don't like that we don't have the bus, and I don't like that we don't have Ted, but it's fine. At the end of the day, I'm excited. This is a return to form. We're bringing back the original crew. We're bringing back the wild story of the Ether, the Dark Ether, actually now. And I really think that we're gonna get a lot of fan service. And I hope we see Victus. I think we're gonna see Victus. But yeah, really, I'm just excited about what we have in store. What were the other complaints people were making? One was the whole systems thing, right? No new systems, which I completely disagree with. And even if there aren't any new systems, who cares? We got the OG crew with some cool voice lines, new guns, new maps, So I'm excited for that. I love the Black Ops 6 gameplay. Nothing is wrong with it. I don't want to hear about new systems though. What was different between Black Ops 1 and 2? Tell me. Freaking part building that doesn't even exist anymore because people didn't care for it. What was the difference between Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2? Yeah, a few things, right? But not that big of a deal. Um, what was the other complaint? There were another few complaints. I think one of them was I'm trying to think about Mr. Waffle Waffle's video. He had the most to say. And then everyone else kind of just bandwagoned, followed the trend. Not that Mr. Waffle Waffle is a bad creator. He's one of the greatest zombies creator ever, but I just think he's a little pessimistic and okay, to kind of like play devil's advocate and to understand where the rest of these COD zombies people are coming from. They've been covering COD zombies. It's their job. They have to cover Call of Duty and zombies and whatever iteration of zombies comes with whatever iteration of the game. And for me, if I had to do that, I would be tired. I would be tired and sick of Call of Duty, of zombies, of everything because of how many times they hyped them up and brought them down. And I think that's a huge factor of why a lot of these creators are super pessimistic. But at the same time, I do feel like Black Ops 7 will be different. I do feel that it will deliver a great piece of content. I think that the creators are actually passionate. I can see that in the advertisements. I can see that in how they set up Black Ops 7. I can see that in the creative way that they brought back the OG crew, right? Without desecrating the original like storyline. I mean, I would have. If I was a developer, I would have desecrated that ending, bro. I would have sent Nikolai to the freaking Shadow Realm, and I would have said that this was all part of Richtofen's original plan. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's besides the point. But yeah, I can see why these long-time Call of Duty zombies YouTubers are not super optimistic. But as a guy who's been a fan for a very long time, and someone who's been following the leaks and the news and the updates, and has been playing Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6, the first Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies game, just Call of Duty Zombies game that kind of like brought back excitement for me, around zombies. I am a big believer. I have huge hope. So yeah, guys, I think this is gonna be a fantastic year. I think it's gonna be and here's another thing. I think this is gonna be the last year that we truly get to experience and appreciate this game mode, which has brought all of us happiness and exciting memories and fun and joy for a very, very long time. So I think we should all take advantage of that and savor it, really appreciate it. And I really, really, really look forward to all the theories and predictions and just the Easter eggs and the return to form that we had like around 2016, 2017, 2012, 2009 when I was like a little middle schooler. And yeah, I honestly am super excited. So yep, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Stop the hate train. Get hype. We are so back, boys. Peace.